Hello and welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Galata, Executive Director for Public Relations and Marketing for Hampton City Schools. Today we have joining us Mrs. Pam Henifin, who is the Vice President of the Board for the Hampton Education Foundation. So welcome.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
So first let's learn a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and then how you became involved in the HEF board.
Well, my kids went to Armstrong Elementary and I got involved with the PTA there, and then went from that to be a part of the Hampton Council PTAs. I ran the reflection program for them. But our Hampton Council PTAs was very interested in parental involvement, and when the Hampton Education Foundation board was created, we were hoping to have a spot at the board, and when Dr. Russo became superintendent, he created a position for us, and I was the first parent or PTA rep on the Hampton Education Foundation board. And I just stayed on. There's now still a rep from the Hampton Council PTAs. Pam Coons is the rep for us now.
So tell us a little bit more about the Hampton Education Foundation. I know you've raised quite a bit of money over the years, but tell us your mission, why you exist, why you do what you do as a volunteer.
Well, the mission of the foundation is to help kids find their talents, nurture those talents, and by doing that, improving the students' quality of life, as well as the quality of life of the community around them. We are a 501c3 foundation, and we started in 2001. We allow, people can contribute money to the foundation and have a tax benefit. Corporations can do that as well. So if there's a particular program you're interested in at Phoebus, like the robotics team, some of our local businesses have funded the robotics team and the money is passed through our foundation. So we do lots of projects like that. We raise money. Our teacher grant program is perhaps the one we have most proud of and have spent the most energy on over the years.
So tell us a little bit more about that, because I know times are tough in terms of school districts and other government agencies across the country, and from what I understand, your classroom grant program and supplies program, once the teachers apply and are given that money, it kind of basically prevents them from having to go in their pocket and spend money on supplies. So tell us a little bit about that and how HEF helps prevent them from doing that.
Well, the program started in 2007, and that's exactly the reason it was started, is we didn't want teachers to have to go into their pockets to provide innovative things going on in the classroom. We have two kinds of grants. We have a $1,000 grant, which is an innovative grant for classrooms, and we also have a $300 grant that takes care of supplies. We have probably, I think, we have given over $100,000 in grants over the years. There are two. We just did a round of grants that teachers found out about here in October, and there are two that were kind of really cool. One was the Students for Solar Energy project from Sims, and an 8th grade science teacher applied and received money. Kids will research solar panels, they will order solar panels, they will install solar panels, and then they will follow with data seeing how much energy is saved. Really cool idea. Another great grant was given to a 2nd grade math teacher at Cooper, and they have a bank, a citizenship like bank program. Kids earn Cooper bucks for good behavior. At the end of the week, they count up their Cooper bucks. We are funding things that kids can buy from their bank, and kids are learning math skills and also social science skills, economic terminology, which kids need to learn even in 2nd grade. So
absolutely. Well, that sounds great. So I know the money just doesn't come to you. You have to have some fundraisers. So I understand that within the last couple of months, there was a progressive dinner that was
Yes.
quite successful, and it was the first one that you
Yes.
all had done as a fundraiser for HEF. So tell me a little bit about that dinner and how everything went.
Well, we had hoped to raise $10,000 for our grants. We raised over $15,000, and there was great generosity from many people. 2 of our board members and our staff, our Hampton City School staff liaison to the board, opened up their homes for this meal. And they live on Hampton Creek, so people could walk very easily from one place to another. We worked with local restaurants. The Point and Phoebus donated their food for appetizers. Graham and Rollins donated crab meat for those appetizers. The Chef Abby and her staff at the Crown Plaza did the main course, and then the teachers and students of the Blue Phantom Inn provided desserts. We sent out invitations. We had 120 people attend, and they had a wonderful time. They learned about teacher grants. We had 3 of our grant recipients there. Kathy Kilgore, who did the paper making project at Langley with her 2nd grade art students. Nancy Terrell from Davis, her online book club she promoted, and then Reagan McCauley with Bridgeport Academy. He's a PE teacher there, talked about the garden he created with his students. So it was a wonderful night. We had wonderful sponsors, and and I guess we had 2 folks, the Old Point Bank and Lewis and Minta Wood Foundation gave us money to underwrite some of the costs to get that off the ground. So it was a great night. And
Great. Well, and it sounds like those who attended had the opportunity to see what their money may benefit in the future by
Yes.
seeing those teachers and what they did with the grant money.
Yes, and also to see the kids from the Blue Phantom Inn actually made the food, their desserts, but they also served it. So they got to interact with people as they were leaving to talk about that program. So it was great.
Well, and the Blue Phantom Inn is excellent, so I'm
Yes.
sure, and that they did the dessert, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. I've been there a couple times, and their food is just fabulous. So it's great that you all were actually able to include some students from the school division to come in and really have some real-world learning while they were serving the community, so that's great as well.
And also, we're hoping that some of our guests for the evening will donate again, and by interacting with our students and seeing that kind of enthusiasm, it will encourage them to donate.
So if one of our viewers wanted to donate or learn more about the Hampton Education Foundation, where could they go to get some more information?
The best place to go is the Hampton City Schools website. If you go to the home page, on the right column, there is a Hampton Education Foundation icon. If you click on that icon, it will take you to our home page. And there's a tab there that you can click on to donate if you would like as well. So.
Great. And I wanted to also bring up your board. Because I know you have a very involved board. Tell us a little bit about the different entities that the HF board members represent.
Well, we have folks from businesses. There we have 2 longtime folks from Old Point Bank. We have a lawyer. Our president is Jim McNider, who's a local lawyer. We have Raymond Tripp, who represents the Peninsula Town Center. Mike Kuhn has just come on, and he is the executive director of the Peninsula Chamber of Commerce. But we also have principal reps from each of our divisions, so elementary school, middle school, and high school, and then community leaders and parents, or I should say, used to be parents that are in our school system as well.
And you mentioned earlier Pam Kroom from the PTA Council.
Yes, she's there.
Is also on there as well. So is there anything else about HEF that you want to share today?
Well, I guess I would say this is Parent Involvement Month, that parent and maybe family and community involvement month. Get out and get into school, do something for our kids. There are a lot of great kids in the Hampton City Schools and phenomenal teachers, and they need all of our support. It can be financial, but also can be on site.
Well, I just have to say on behalf of Hampton City Schools, we're very thankful for HEF. I've heard nothing but positive things about HEF and the classroom grants. I've had the opportunity to write a few stories on the classroom grants, and it's just a phenomenal thing that you're doing. And everyone knows that it takes a village, and you all have really modeled that in terms of coming in and saying to the school division, what is it that you need? What is it that your teachers need? And then making that available to them. So we are very thankful for everything that HEF does.
Well, we appreciate that. We try our best.
And I hope you'll come back to a show in the future and talk about any upcoming events, maybe next year if you're going to do the progressive dinner again. We can talk about that or any other fundraiser and hopefully get more people out to your events and raise more money for our teachers and kids.
I'd love to. Thank you very much.
And thanks for watching Wired In. Have a great week.